Hey everybody, just want to send you a quick message on how you can collect your parent communication. So every teacher has a shared with admin folder inside their Google Drive. And if you don't have one right now because you're new, you could come see me. I'm down in room 300 and I can certainly get you on your way to get that set up so that we can get these parent communication logs all squared away. But for this example, I'm going to choose Miss Bonsack here and I'm going to open up her shared with admin folder. And you'll see over here on this side, inside her shared with admin folder, there is a parent communication folder. Now, each and every one of you should also have that parent communication folder. If you click the down arrow or this square, triangle, whatever, you should see a drop down that'll show you exactly what we're going to see when we open this up. You got 2016, 2017. If you were here then, you've got some old parent communication information in there. We don't need to see that. We're going to go into 2017, 2018, and it is empty. And that's good. No problem with that. Here's what you are going to do, though, once you're in your parent communication folder to create the form that will then begin to allow us to collect the data that we need. So while you are in your parent communication folder, again, this will be the blue highlight. You're in the parent communication folder. So now that I'm in my parent communication folder, I am going to create my new Google form where I'm going to collect my parent communication data. So I'm going to click the New button. I'm going to More. I am going to go to Google Forms. When you click that, it's going to ask you, are you going to create this file basically in this folder? Yes. Create and share. So now you get to the point of creating your parent communication form. So this is going to be Bonsack. By the way, Erica, you can thank me for doing this for you. Under your form description, you can just put Saxgatha, 4th grade. First question. Ms. Hout requests that you put the date in. And that is a date, month, day, and year. Then you hit this plus button to add your next question. Ms. Halk would like to know the time. Hit the plus button to add your next question. This is going to be the student. And this, instead of doing a short answer, you want to do a drop down. And you want to add your student's name. So student 1, you would actually add their real names. Student 2, all the way down to whatever student number you have last, 22. All right, so you do all of your students there in a drop down. That is key. Next, person contacted. That is a short answer. Next is the method of contact. And it suggests email, phone, so I'll hit phone, email, mail. I can add other, if you want to just be able to note that you left a voicemail. Maybe you sent a note home. Maybe you use Class Dojo. Whatever methods you think you might use this year in this method of contact, that's completely up to you what ways you do it. Note in agenda was something I used to do. Whatever you want to do, multiple choice is not what we want though. We want check boxes. And the reason we want check boxes is because perhaps you phone and leave a voicemail and send a note home. You want to be able to check all of those methods of communication with the parent. Then you'll hit the plus button to add your next question. And this is going to be a long answer response or a paragraph. Notes from communication. All right. And then that's all you technically need there. Now, once you've done that, if you want to view your form, actually, I would click up here to where it said untitled, and then it'll put your title in there. You can click preview, and it'll bring up a preview of it. Okay, so there's my stuff that I just created. the date, probably around Christmas, that this student would get in trouble for me because I'm in a bad mood and ready for the holidays. That probably happened in the morning, about 9:45. The student 22. Now, you'll actually have their real names. Don't forget that. Called student 22's mom. It was a phone call. I left a voicemail and also put a note in their agenda. He was having a bad day. Now, you don't want to say that. You want to actually put the actual notes, but you'll hit submit. I can submit another response immediately if I've made a couple of phone calls because several students had a bad day. Now, when I go back to the actual form that I was building where I was putting in all my information a few minutes ago and where you were putting your information, you'll see now responses has a 1. That's awesome. What does that mean? Well, it's going to give you the information that you need on the student. This will be valuable information for the administration because they can certainly see how many phone calls, what percentage of those you do voicemail or Class Dojo or whatever the communication is. But then this green button is the one we're really focusing on here. Create spreadsheet. And what this will do is it will create a spreadsheet. Create a new spreadsheet, BONSAC Parent Communication. That's great. And then it links to the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet gets linked, and you can actually click the open button if you want to see that spreadsheet. But if everything went right, it should have put that spreadsheet, when I refreshed the page there, it should have put that spreadsheet right here in Ms. Bonsack Shared with Admin Parent Communication folder. At the end of the year, Ms. Bonsack and everybody else, you can just drag that into this one, this Google Sheet, and then create a new one for the following year. It's really not all that difficult, and that's a bridge we can cross next year when we get there. But the cool thing about it is if you go to this responses form, you'll see all the information on the student, how they were contacted, and what we have the ability to do is run a little script down here at the bottom that will give you tabs for each student. So if you're having trouble with Johnny, Miss Hout, Miss Reichert, or Mr. Turner can click Johnny's tab that will be down here at that time and see every communication that you've had with that student. Again, that's how it's done. Not too hard. I'm in room 300 if you need a little help getting that all set up. But that should be the steps. Please watch the video a couple of times. And if you still can't quite figure it out, come see me.